Welcome back. It's time to get a check of your weather with meteorologist Thomas Geboy. And Thomas, we're getting more snow out there this morning.
Yeah, we're getting some slippery conditions in spots. So anybody heading out the door this morning, really no matter where you are across the state, if your commute's long enough, chances are you're going to run into some of those wet conditions. And speaking of that, how about some wet conditions down around St. George? This is the view looking down into St. George. And we're seeing a little bit in the way of wet weather, and with the temperature sitting in the upper 30s in St. George, don't be surprised if you're actually seeing some snowflakes mixing in with the rain this morning. And areas outside of St. George, we're mainly seeing some snow, but got some wet conditions in St. George. Meanwhile, as you make your way up I-15 into Iron County, you got straight snow in Cedar City this morning. You can see the snow falling. It's very pretty to look at, but could cause some issues out on the road this morning in southwestern Utah. So again, build in that extra time. And in northern Utah, we're seeing more times of snow as well, including the Wasatch Front and Cache Valley. This is the view from Utah State University in Logan. Most of our major roadways like interstates and major highways are looking okay. They're definitely running wet, but on those roads that are not as traveled as frequently, there is some snow on the roadway, so build in that extra time. I'm a broken record, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. Maybe an extra 10 to 15 minutes would do for the morning commute. In Garden City, we're sitting at 24 degrees. In Ogden, we're at 29. Most along the Wasatch Front starting off in the upper 20s and low 30s. It's 15 degrees in Park City, where we're seeing some snow up and down Parleys and even around Park City. It's 33 degrees in Moab and in Kanab with some moisture down in southern Utah. Don't be surprised if you're waking up to some snow this morning. And as we look at the satellite and radar, we got some moisture in northern Utah, southern Utah, and in the eastern portion of the state. We'll go ahead and start off along the Wasatch Front, where we've been seeing times of snow stretching from Provo more or less up to the Utah-Idaho state line with a decent amount of, I would say, steady snow. Not anything too heavy, but definitely could cause issues out on the roads with temperatures below freezing between Bountiful and up towards Ogden. That's where you're kind of seeing some of that steadier snow. Snow continuing up in the mountains and a little bit of snow around Park City as well. Southwestern Utah, St. George picking up a little bit of a wintry mix, even though the radar not picking up all that much, but over towards Kanab seeing snow. We're seeing snow around Cedar City. If you're traveling from, say, central Washington County up towards Beaver County, be extra careful. Meanwhile, in the eastern half of the state, maybe a few flurries here and there, but most of that moisture close to eastern Utah is mainly in Colorado at this point, but southern Utah will hold on to that chance as we go through today. But with all the snow that we've seen over recent days, just keep in mind the avalanche danger remains high. Avoid the backcountry. Just stick to the groomers and stick to the inbound area. There's plenty of snow for everybody to enjoy. You just don't want to play around with avalanche danger that continues to run this high, especially with that heavy, dense, wet snow making for some unstable layers. Along the Wasatch Front, your out the door forecast will hold on to a slight chance for snow more or less through the early stretches of the afternoon. The chance will go down from the afternoon into the evening, not away completely, but by 5 o'clock, mainly around a 10% chance. You're just going to want that winter coat as we go through today, as those daytime highs will be in the low to mid 30s along the Wasatch Front. We'll see a daytime high of 30 degrees in Logan. These daytime highs today will be almost identical compared to what we saw yesterday. A high of 34 degrees in Cedar City. and St. George, your best chance for wet weather is now over the next couple of hours. By this afternoon, that chance will continue to go down. But if you're in the southeastern half of the state, your best chance will actually come late this morning into the afternoon before our skies gradually calm across the board into tonight. Let's go ahead and play that out on the FUTURECAST. Started at 8 o'clock this morning. And I think the FUTURECAST is underdoing it in northern Utah. I still think by 1 o'clock this afternoon, we'll still see at least isolated showers around. But by 1 o'clock this afternoon in southern Utah, that best chance will be in the southeastern half of the state. Low elevation rain, high elevation snow. And then as we go from tonight into tomorrow morning, skies mostly on the calm side. But as with a weak impulse of energy moving in tomorrow, could see a little bit in the way of isolated shower activity in southwestern Utah during the afternoon and possibly sneaking its way up to the Wasatch Front by tomorrow night. But a bigger storm system will be arriving between late Thursday into Friday, will bring us a better chance. And St. George could see that wintry mix through the morning. Skies gradually calming down this afternoon. A slight chance on Wednesday, then a better chance for showers Thursday into Friday, with daytime highs warming back into the lower 50s. And along the Wasatch Front, a slight chance for snow today, then a slight chance late for our Wednesday. Daytime highs a little bit warmer tomorrow. Then that better chance for wet weather arrives Thursday night into Friday, with mainly valley rain and mountain snow starting off as warmer temperatures will be moving in, but skies will be calming back down going into our Saturday.